Hi, survivors. We have seen how coronavirus survives on different surfaces. So, now the question is how we can get rid of coronavirus on produce, that is, fruits and vegetables. Here is the answer. John Hopkins Health, they give the following details: coronavirus and 5 questions about safe snacking. How do we safely serve fruits and vegetables to our children amid COVID-19? This is a question. For that, the answer is according to Food and Drugs Administration, FDA, consumer should follow the normal guidelines associated with food safety to clean produce in the context of coronavirus. Cut away any damaged or bruised areas. Then rinse fruit and vegetable under running water without soap. We should not use soap, bleach, or any commercial produce washes. Okay? It means we have to wash all fruit and vegetable under fresh running water. Scrub farm produce like melons, potatoes with a clean produce brush. Dry produce with a paper towel or clean cloth towel. This is the precautions we need to take. No any agents like soap or any spray, nothing. Just clean water, running water. What about baked goods like cookies, for example? The answer is there is no known evidence that coronavirus is transmitted through food such as baked goods. Okay? Baked goods or any cooked items, there is no evidence that coronavirus is spread across. But the normal precautions should be taken while baking at home, like washing hands before touching anything, or cleaning the bowls properly, and washing hands before eating, and not eating raw dough or batter. There are many packed food items that kids like. It's like cereal, popcorn, trail mix, etc. How can we be certain they are not contaminated with virus? There is no way to tell if a box or container is contaminated with COVID-19. Plastic item, 3 days. So what we can do is, when shopping, sanitize hands often. And when you arrive at home, one option is to transfer the food items into a container that is already washed and clean at home. Plastic storage bag. So like cereal, you can just open it and dump into a container. Boxes with individual packing may be emptied and left in the garbage can. You can wipe plastic or glass containers with disinfecting wipes if desired. Some may choose keep foods in a separate storage area for 24 to 72 hours. But keep in mind that high temperatures such as garage, trunk may not be safe for storing all foods. But that is one best option, to keep either cereal or any other snacks for 24 to 72 hours in garage. Fresh food must be put away immediately to assure safe temperatures to prevent risk of food-borne illness. Any fresh food, like freshly cooked food, you got to remove immediately from the package and keep it separately, so that food-borne illness will not come. Sometimes only curbside pickup will do, or to-go orders generally are they safe. There is no evidence to show that takeout food is a source of COVID-19 spread. Contact with a delivery person may be a risk. So, practice good hand hygiene and maintain recommended 6-foot distance from your delivery person. This is a problem what happened in Delhi. One person ordered pizza and the pizza was delivered and family enjoyed, and 64 people got affected with coronavirus. So what they say here is the pizza doesn't carry virus, but the person who is bringing, he may be carrying virus, and the container may be having the virus. So be safe to the extent possible. Do not take any risk. Cook to the extent possible at home. These are the general precautions what they have been telling to avoid coronavirus. Generally, try to limit the trips to grocery stores. Maintain social distancing. But in grocery stores, it many times not possible. Then shopping carts, checkout areas, high touch areas, be careful, sanitize yourself. Wash hands for 20 seconds. Don't touch your face. When bringing groceries into home, place these items separate from clean items. After putting food away, clean the surface with soap and water. Then disinfect. Then another few things. Most children only need one, no more than 2 snacks a day. Promote healthy snack options such as vegetable, fruits, nuts, low-fat dairy, and whole grains. Encourage water as the best beverage choice throughout the day. Yeah, here is one very good site that shows why you should not wash produce with soap during the coronavirus crisis. Should not. Okay, let's see what is even though soap is a kitchen staple and is effective to prevent the spread of virus, it is designed for cleaning the surface on hands and is formulated with consumption in mind. Meaning, scrubbing your apples with soap is not a good idea, even if you are worried about reducing the virus transmission. Why it's not a good idea to wash produce with soap? Consuming soap can cause nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and other forms of gastrointestinal distress. Not only are those unpleasant, but they mimic some of the symptoms of COVID 19. Gastrointestinal distress generally happens after consuming soap in relatively large quantities, but food safety experts say it's still not a good idea to wash your produce with soap. Washing with soap can also impact flavor of your food. Consumers should not wash fruits and vegetables with a detergent or soap. USDA notes in an online fact sheet. These produces are not approved or labeled by the US Food and Drug Administration for use on food. You could ingest residues from soap or detergent absorbed on the produce. So, wash produce with clean running water. Nothing to add in the water. If soap is not advised, how can I clean my produce? There is no need to use soap or produce wash. The Food and Drug Administration said in an online tip sheet for farm produce like melons, cucumbers, carrots, and avocados, you can also use a clean scrubbing brush. But this could damage softer produce. Based on the research related to food-borne illness and other viruses, somewhere between 90 and 99% of what's on the produce can be removed with running water, explains Ben Chapman, a professor and food safety extension specialist at North Carolina State University. Since there is no currently evidence of COVID-19 spread through food produce, washing guidelines are the same as they would be if we were not facing a pandemic. Does water temperature matter? What this is, water temperature doesn't matter, because to kill a virus we need a very high temperature, and with that temperature all vegetable and fruit will be cooked and hands will burn. So temperature doesn't matter. Should I wash produce as soon as I get home or right before I use? What this is, wash produce before you use, not when we bring home, because once we wash, the produce will spoil. There are active compounds on the produce that keep it from decaying, he explains. So you can keep it, preserve it and wash before eating. Are special purpose washers effective? They said no, it is not tested. When maybe sometimes it may work on bacteria, but on viruses, on corona, it is not tested. Can I make my own produce wash? There are many do-it-yourself fruit and vegetable wash recipes, right from using water, combination of water with vinegar, grapefruit seed extract, or lemon juice and baking soda, etc. What this is, it may not give a good result, or there is no harm in using these things, but ultimately the produce will taste like vinegar. Do I need to leave produce outside my house before bringing it in? See, what this says, yeah, it is a good idea. What this says, it's not necessary to leave produce outside, but because produce doesn't carry virus, but the packing may carry virus. So, in my opinion, if possible, if facility is there, it's better to keep produce outside for a couple of days, then bring inside home. We don't know who coughed on package or who sneezed on package. So ultimately what this is, we are talking too much on the low risk area, whereas the high risk area is shopping in grocery stores. That is the high risk area. So be careful while shopping in grocery stores or while shopping anywhere else. Use the standard safety precautions. Once you come home, you remove all the dress and wash the dress immediately. Don't mix with anything else. Take bath once you come back home. Take bath and wash your hair thoroughly. I want to show you a clipping here. Subscribe, share and click on bell icon so that you get the next video notification. Thank you. Take care.
We have gotten so many questions during this pandemic about wiping down deliveries, groceries, takeout, packages. So is all of that really necessary? NBC News investigative and consumer correspondent Vicki Nguyen joins us now to explain. And Vicki, what is the latest FDA guidance on wiping down your groceries?
You know, Allison, we're not the only ones getting so many questions. The FDA has gotten so many questions that they really just put it all into one place. It's not changed from what we've been telling you right here on News Now. And that is the FDA says to date, there is no evidence that there is transmission of coronavirus from food or food packaging. However, there is a low risk there if someone who touches your food or your groceries is sick and then you touch it there, then you transfer it to yourself through your eyes, your nose, or your mouth. So that's always been the case. And so the reminder here from the FDA is to be careful. They say that if it makes you feel better to take maximum precautions and wipe these things down, that's just fine. You have to think about it. If you have someone who's immunocompromised in your house, seniors, maybe you do want to take these extra steps. But if you don't have wipes or you're saving them for things like your phone or when you go out to the grocery store and you have to wipe down the cart handle, here's what you can do without a wipe at all. You just leave those things aside. Any potential live virus that's on the surface will die after a day or two. Then you can put them away. And then finally, this is about hand hygiene. If you want to just put away your groceries and wash your hands afterwards, that's fine too. Just remember, anything that comes into your home could be potentially contaminated. The risks are varying levels, but if you want to try to mitigate the risks, it's all about washing your hands. And yeah, as you see on the screen there, you don't want to be disinfecting the food itself. A cold rinse of your produce, your fruits and vegetables, using a scrubbing brush if possible on things that are hardier like potatoes or squashes, things like that, that's great. No soap and water. The FDA is concerned that people won't adequately rinse off their produce if they use soap and water, and then ingesting soap is going to give you a bunch of gastrointestinal issues. So those are the safety tips there.
What about our clothing? I know another issue besides the packaging and the groceries and things you're bringing into the house. Is there a chance that the coronavirus can live on your clothes when you come back inside after you've been out?
There is a chance, but it's very, very small. And in terms of this coronavirus, there have been no studies published specifically to this virus saying how long it can live on clothing or fabric. But other studies that looked at viral particles found it's very unlikely they're going to cling to your clothes if, and this is the big if you're out and about taking a walk and practicing social distancing. Now, if you're in an area where you're walking by people in close proximity and someone sneezes on you or coughs on you, absolutely the virus could be on your clothes, in which case you're going to want to change out of them. Here's another thing when it comes to shoes. Here's a recommendation. Use one pair of shoes that you use to get your errands done, and you can leave those outside or in a spot right next to your door when you come in. It's unlikely you're going to have virus on your shoes. And even if you did, remember, the only way you're going to get that virus is if you touch your shoes, then you touch your face without washing your hands. But this is just general good hygiene, especially for people who have little ones who are running around, who might be crawling on the floor, playing on the floor. We're trying to get everyone to good basic hygiene, keeping things as clean as possible. Remember, the main mode of transmission for this coronavirus is being out in public, being in contact with sick people who are going to cough or sneeze, or if you're touching things like door handles, shopping cart handles that other people who are sick may have touched, and then you're out for some period of time, you accidentally touch your face, that's the most likely way that you would contract the coronavirus.
Vicki, great advice as always. Not a bad idea to leave the shoes at the door, but above all, wash your hands. Thank you so
Always.
much.